Have you ever sat in a quiet room and felt a weight that was not just exhaustion, but a hollow, like an empty cup that keeps clinking when you move? Have you ever wondered if the Holy Spirit has been waiting for something small from you that you never thought to give? The question lands like a soft knock. What three simple words does the Spirit love to hear that most Christians almost never say? Prepare yourself, because what follows could shift the center of your spiritual life. This is not a technique or a checklist, it is an invitation into an intimate language. Many think the Spirit only moves in loud worship or dramatic encounters, but that is a partial truth. The Spirit is drawn not to spectacle, but to sincerity. The Holy Spirit is not an abstract force, but a person. A friend who notices the tremor in your voice, who leans in when your breath catches, who grieves when you harden and rejoices when you return. He feels, he welcomes, he guides. There are three words that, when spoken with a broken and honest heart, open doors the mind cannot force open. I will name them, explain why they matter, and show you how to use them in ordinary moments. Before we go deeper, close your eyes if you can. Feel the texture of the chair beneath you. Notice the coolness of the air on your skin. Listen to the faint hum of life outside the window, and breathe in slowly. If your spirit has been dry, if your prayer has become routine, perhaps now is the quiet turning point you have been waiting for. Understanding the Holy Spirit means seeing the difference between presence and power. Presence is the Spirit with you like a companion at a table. Power is what He does through that companionship. Presence warms, power moves. Theologically speaking, the Spirit is the third person of the Trinity, not a feeling to be chased, but a person to be known. John 14:23 reminds us that Jesus will make His home in anyone who loves Him and keeps His word, and that the Father and the Son will come and make their dwelling with them through the Spirit. Imagine that like a homecoming, a light changing color in a dim room, not a thunderclap, but a steady glow. The Spirit responds to honesty, not to performance. The aroma of genuine confession, the quiet tone of surrendered speech, the sight of hands unclenched, the sound of a whispered name called with longing, these are the textures the Spirit notices. So, what does He love to hear? First, the welcome of a heart, then the honest need of a child, then the voluntary desire to remain. Let me show you how these three words work in the life of people you might know. The first word is welcome. Saying aloud, "Spirit, welcome," or "Holy Spirit, you are welcome," is like opening a door and offering ponder. A chair. Picture Sarah standing by a kitchen sink with hot water steaming, the smell of coffee grounding her in the morning, and sunlight cutting a line across the counter. She glances at her phone. The scroll is loud, but she turns and whispers, "Holy Spirit, you are welcome." Immediately, the room feels less crowded. A friend named James texted later and said he felt a warmth, a loosening in his chest, like someone had untied a knot. This is not magic, but communion, a simple verbal hospitality that the Spirit deeply receives. In practice, you can say it in the car with the heater on and the rubbery feel of the steering wheel under your palms, or in a hospital waiting room where bleach and antiseptic smell and the air is heavy, or before a meeting with the fluorescent lights humming. The testimony is consistent. When Maria said, "Welcome to the Spirit," before counseling her son, the tone in her voice shifted. In the silence that followed, a fragile honesty came out. Try it now. Say quietly or aloud, "Holy Spirit, you are welcome." And notice any change in pressure, any softening around your shoulders, any small lightness in your stomach. If you have felt dry, know you are not alone. If your prayer has become rote, if you find yourself timing words with the tick of a clock, pause. I invite you to participate in a small practice right now, and also to join the conversation below. If your life feels depleted and your spiritual appetite dim, leave a comment beginning with one word only, "Welcome," or "I need," or "I want." Begin your answer with the single word that speaks most to your heart today, and then, if you like, add a short line about where you are, saying a kitchen, a car, a hospital corridor, or a bench in a park. Why this matters. When you name the word publicly, you both confess and encourage others. Someone like Lucy reading your honest one word might find courage to speak the same thing in her kitchen tonight or on a subway tomorrow. Conversation builds courage. So please pause now and type your single word in the comments exactly like this: welcome, or I need, or I want, and then press send. Let these 3 simple words become a small public liturgy among us. When you share, you are not performing, you are testifying. Michael might read your single line and feel permission to invite the Spirit into a conversation with his teenage daughter. Pastor Daniel might see the pattern and suggest it in a small group. Your single word could spark a chain of simple invitations. After you comment, come back and keep listening for why the first word opens a door that the second one widens. The second word is I need you. This is the language of dependence and humility. Picture a father bending down by a childhood swing set, scraped knees raw, dirt warm under his palms as he ties a shoelace. The child looks up and says, I need you, and the father straightens like a beam meeting the sun. Spirit reacts to humility. The modern heart resists need because need smells like weakness to a prideful soul, but in God, it smells like truth. When you say, I need you to the Holy Spirit, you are admitting you have limits, that your hands are not enough to hold all the sorrow or to answer every anxious thought. Think of the texture of confession, the sour tang of shame on the tongue, the salt of tears, the cool relief when shoulders drop. Imagine James in a late-night parking lot, rain tapping the car roof, and he whispers, I need you, and a pressure lifts from his chest. This is not simply asking for a miracle, it is reorienting identity from self-reliance to spirit-reliance. Theologically, it aligns with surrender. Emotionally, it lightens the load. It becomes a bridge from busy striving to restful trust. When Maria told the Spirit, I need you, before a difficult conversation with her mother, she found words she did not prepare. When Lucy said it in prayer before preaching, she felt clarity like a bell struck clean. Try saying now, I need you, Holy Spirit, and attend to the texture of your breath, the slightly colder air entering your chest, the relief that begins under the ribs. Between the second and third words, there is a moment of decision, a hinge where many stop. The third word is, I want you. This is not craving for gifts, but desire for person. Saying I want you names love, not utility. It is the difference between inviting someone for their help and inviting someone because you long for their company. In a crowded hospital corridor, under harsh lights and the metallic smell of medicine, a woman named Anna whispered, I want you, Holy Spirit, and found a calm that was not her own. The world offers results. The Spirit offers relationship. Wanting God for His own sake deepens communion. Sensory images, the warmth of hands clasped, the small sound of a quiet song in the throat, the softness of a pillow when you finally rest, the golden spill of afternoon light on a tabletop that suddenly seems blessed. The crisis of the modern heart is that we chase outcomes and forget the pursuer who seeks us. Saying I want you shifts the motive from what is to who is. It is the climax of the 3 words because it ties welcome and need into a decision. In practice, you can declare it in the shower with water running against your skin, or in the hush of an early morning with coffee cooling, or on a bus with city smells passing like a film. Repeating this confession across days creates a rhythm, a habit of the heart. Now, practical application. First, a daily practice. Morning, noon, and night. Speak the 3 words aloud in a slow cadence. Welcome, Holy Spirit. I need you. I want you. Feel the syllables as they land in your mouth. Use breath to anchor each phrase. Inhale before each word and exhale as you finish. Second, A listening posture. After you say the words, sit in silence for 1 to 3 minutes. Notice the sense of space in your chest, the impressions that come as images or words, the gentle nudges like a hand on your shoulder, the memory that surfaces, the nudge to call someone, to forgive, to rest. Third, community. Tell one person in your circle, Sarah, James, Maria, Lucy, Michael, about the practice, and invite them to try it with you for a week. Fourth, journal the small movements. Record a one-sentence response after each encounter to trace God speaking back. If this invites action, share it in the comments using one of the 3 words as you did earlier. These practical steps help move presence from momentary feeling into steady companionship. Finally, close with this. If you will say these words regularly, you will notice a change. Not always dramatic, but deep. It will be like a light bulb shifting from flicker to steady glow. The presence of the Holy Spirit will become more ordinary and more precious than any emotional high. Remember John 14:23, and make room for the friend who wants to dwell with you. Now speak with me slowly one last time, and intend the phrases in your body. Holy Spirit, you are welcome. Holy Spirit, I need you. Holy Spirit, I want you. If this touched you, subscribe for more practical devotions that help you cultivate presence, not just power. More than miracles, seek the presence that lingers. Presence is the miracle that remains.